people always need our products.
Like what? You told me something.
Well, we do meat, we do beer, we do toilet paper. One of those three things people are going to need every day, whether they want to or not.
Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and welcome to another show of The Road to Freedom. This show is designed to help guys just like you understand exactly what kind of freedom you can get onto once you get your CDL license. Here at Driving Academy, we have a mission of helping 1 million people get on the road to freedom, and we truly believe freedom means that you have more choices. So when you have more choices, that means you have to understand what your options are, and that's why we brought in Bruce today from a great company called TransAm to tell us a little bit about what are the different options you have once you get your CDL license. This is going to be great for you if you don't have your license yet, if you already have your license, or if you're currently going to a school. Either way, this video is definitely going to be something that you want to watch the whole way through, because I'm sure there's going to be a whole lot of nuggets in there. Me and Bruce have already been talking before this interview, and there's a whole lot of stuff that you can learn from this guy. Thanks, Bruce, for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. So, tell us a little bit about TransAm. Give us a kind of overview. What makes you guys different?
Well, we're an over-the-road carrier. We're an all-reefer fleet. What that means for a driver is they stay busy. Okay, even if the economy turns down, TransAm drivers stay busy because we haul things people always need. We do a lot of meat products. We can do any dry van load that any dry van company can take, and we stay busy because people always need our products.
Like what? You told me something.
Well, we do meat, we do beer, we do toilet paper. One of those three things people are going to need every day, whether they want to or not. So that keeps us busy. Even if, like I said, the economy turns down, we stay busy because we drive a lot of food products people always need to eat. Some of us more than others, but that's beside the point.
Nice. So the secret to success is transport what people use every day. Meat, beer, and toilet paper. And you said usually in that order, right?
Usually, absolutely in that order, for sure.
Perfect. Sounds good. So, and for those people who don't understand, reefer means a refrigerated trailer, which means that you have the ability to transport something that a normal tractor trailer could transport, or you could transport, in most cases, food. And not everyone can transport food, so that's why this is a great company to work for. Now, a lot of people who do transfer food, one of the downside is they have to either deliver food to like the small corner store, or they have to help unload the truck. Is there anything like that in your company?
No. In the 10 years I drove for them, I didn't unload one truck, which is good.
Wow.
We go to distribution centers, so all the stuff that we haul, we don't go to the corner stores where you shop. We go to distribution centers. What that means for the driver is it's always bigger places, easier backing up. You're not backing around corners, down alleys. Distribution centers aren't in the major cities. They're usually right off the highway, easy in, easy out, so you keep moving.
Nice. So it seems like a much more efficient way of driving, a lot easier, a lot less stress. You don't have to worry about Manhattan streets going in and out, nothing like that.
Amen to that.
Nice.
That's a good thing.
And another thing he talked about for people who don't know, when you are searching for work, is it touch freight or no touch freight? So no touch freight is what TransAm offers, and that's where you don't even have to touch the load. You were telling me in most cases it's just drop and hook, right?
Yeah, well, about 60% of our stuff I would say is drop and hook. So you go in with an empty trailer, put it in a hole, pick up a loaded trailer, and keep moving.
So you don't even have to open up, you don't have to touch a thing. Your main thing is to make sure that you get there on time and get there safe. Perfect. So tell us, Bruce, what got you into this? Were you a driver? What's your story?
My story, I started driving a truck at 59 years old. I worked for another company for 30 years. I went to work every day, came home every night. I thought, not knowing the industry of truck driving, I thought that would be the same thing. I would get a CDL, go to work every day, come home every night. Well, in my area, I live upstate New York, they all told me, all the local companies said you need a year experience because it costs too much money to put me in a driver's seat because I had no experience. I was a rookie. So I went with TransAm to get a year experience. That was 10 years ago. It worked for me. I didn't know what over the road was, but once I got out there doing it, it just seemed to work for me and my family. It was just me and my wife. My kids were in college. They never came home, good and bad. So for me, everything just fell into place.
Very nice. Yeah. So, but the industry that you were in before, was it like a normal office job?
It was. I worked at IBM for 30 years. I was a I was an electronics guy, so I worked on the floor building everything in your phones and in your computers.
Wow.
And when I left IBM, I threw all my technology away. I didn't want to see it ever again.
After 30 years of IBM, it's time to a whole new change.
Well, when my kids went to college, I got a second job because I didn't save any money to help them.
Understood.
So my second job, I used to deliver meds. I worked for a pharmacy. After I got out of work at IBM, I worked for a pharmacy at night.
Okay.
And living 60 miles north of the city, I would deliver meds in my car. And I'd be in the city till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, walking around with big bags of Oxycontin. Very dynamic job. I used to get escorted through high rises by police, everything, but I loved it. And I found out I loved to drive.
Nice.
And so IBM was at that time saying layoffs, buyouts. I said, oh, here I am, and there you go. And I got a CDL, and the rest is history. I wish I did it out of high school.
So I guess the lesson is it's always better to get a CDL early on, but
Amen.
If not...
Yeah, no, it was the first job in my life I ever had that I loved.
Wow.
Okay, so for me it was never work, driving a truck, and I hope your students like it half as much as I do. They'll never work another day in their life.
It's a beautiful thing.
And if they deliver all their loads on time, they'll never be out of work another day of their life. So
boom.
All good.
So you guys don't really lay off people?
We, in the 30 years that, they've been in business over 30 years. John Jacobson is the person that owns it. He started with one truck. We have a loyal customer base that we service, and we guarantee early deliveries, hopefully. In 30 years, we've had a growth path, a continued growth path, and we've never laid off anybody in 30 years, even through two recessions, too.
So if you're tired of getting laid off, if you're a little bit older, if you want to never work a day in your life, TransAm might be the company for you.
Yeah,
how big is the company now?
It's about 1,500 drivers.
Wow.
And 3,000 trailers, because we do a lot of drop and hooks, so you've got to have trailers in other places. Deliver your loads on time and all that, you won't get laid off at TransAm, and you'll be there. You probably have a job for as long as you want.
Wow, very nice. So now let's talk about what the process is like. So say you guys will pretty much, who will you hire?
We are a second chance company. Okay, so if anybody has had colorful backgrounds, TransAm's the place that will probably give them a second chance. No surprises with TransAm. When you're hired, you're hired. The only surprise you'll get is you have to pass a drug test. Shouldn't be a surprise to anybody that you're dealing with.
Correct.
And TransAm, like I said, second chance company, probably the best in the industry right now.
Nice. And so for second chance, for people who might not be reading between the lines, that means if you have some kind of felony charges in the past or something like that, then it's definitely a great company that is willing to give people a second chance. Bruce told me that the philosophy is just because you made a bad choice doesn't make you a bad person all the time, right? So in that case, what's the best way for them to apply?
I would say just apply online, transamtruck.com, and fill out an application. We have some brochures. I'll leave a few here when I leave, and it's on the back. Page 6 of the brochure will walk you right through the application process.
And it's going to be on the bottom of the screen as well. And if they have any questions, is there a phone number that they can call?
It's 913-324-7110.
Nice, perfect. So say that they're interested, they might be a little bit older like you were, they might be young coming out of school, they might want a second chance because no one's really giving it to them. After they apply, they go through the process. What are you looking for when somebody applies? What makes somebody a good driver versus a bad driver?
Well, first of all, you don't need a CDL to get hired for TransAm. You have to be enrolled in school.
Okay.
So if you're enrolled in school, I say fill out the application. And TransAm is a company that'll give you a pre-hire and give you a letter of hire if they want you to work for them.
Very nice.
What you need to get there is, I would say, just be motivated. Motivated to work. Work hard. When you're out there, there's a lot of distractions. Don't get distracted. When you're out on the road working, that's work time. You want to come home, play hard when you come home. Don't play on the road because, like I said, there's a lot of distractions out there. So I would say, as an over-the-road driver, you have to be self-motivated. That's the biggest thing that I see.
That's the biggest character trait.
Yeah, because you're the boss of you out there.
Makes sense.
People are giving you loads, but you got 3-4 days to get there.
Yes.
And you can do a lot of things in between.
That's true. So you got to stay motivated. You got to stay on the right track.
Yep.
And those are the guys who make the most amount of money.
Yeah, get to the stops on time. If you deliver on time, you pick up on time, you'll cry uncle with the miles you get with TransAm.
Boom.
So
very nice. So, so after they apply, they get accepted.
Sure.
Do you guys put them through a training process?
Yes, our training. What we have is an extensive hands-on training program that gives you all the tools that you need to do your job comfortably as a new professional truck driver. Okay, our training programs run from Monday to Monday. Okay, we do everything you need to know. Like I said, we'll do backing maneuvers, driving maneuvers, backing up, a lot of backing up. By the time you get out of our training, you'll feel more comfortable going backwards in the truck than you will forward.
Nice.
You'll actually get in your car, turn the wheel the wrong way, then you know you're there. Okay, coupling, decoupling, how to run the reefer, how to secure the loads, everything you need, the post-trip, pre-trip stuff, APUs, because we have APUs in our trucks, you need to know how to run that. So we give you everything you need to comfortably do your job as a professional truck driver.
Very nice, very nice. So
1 week you're in a truck.
in a week, 1 week training period.
Yep.
Nice. So in most companies at your caliber, they'll drag out the training for 2, 3, 4 weeks. But you guys get really intense.
Right.
They get in and out, and so then they can start making some real money, right?
Yeah, they're coming out of school and it's still fresh. I mean, the schools teach you how to drive. It's easy to drive a truck. Like I said, 1,000 miles, 2,000 mile runs. You're on a highway forever. You know, you can drive on a highway. We have GPSs. We go over that. Shows you how to get in and out. We stress customer interface, that type of stuff. So, like I said,
so it's not just driving; it's a full range of motion to be successful.
Exactly.
Perfect. Nice.
Yeah.
So that being said, how much can a new driver make on average? Of course, people can make more, make less, depending on how they work. What would you say that average number is?
I say somewhere, if you're a good driver, you get to your stops on time, deliveries on time. I say 40,000 is a good number to
good average.
Yeah,
very practical number to hit.
So.
That's right out of school.
Sure.
So that's some serious money.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have drivers who make a whole lot more than that.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things that you guys teach that you're telling me about is how you actually help the drivers make more money, correct?
Well, yeah.
Because in most cases, you get paid more when you're actually delivering something, when you're moving. If you're working but you're not driving, you're really not maximizing your income, right? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, you have to learn how to maximize your miles. Okay, with TransAm, you'll always be up against your 70-hour clock. In your 70-hour clock, that's the most hours you can drive in an 8-day period, and that includes on-duty time. Mm-hmm. So if you mismanage your on-duty time, you don't maximize your miles.
Understood.
So you want to minimize your on-duty time to maximize your miles.
A lot of 70 hours, and again, you only have 70 hours to actually perform your job, and that's on-duty time, which means you're not driving, but you're pre-tripping, you're loading, unloading, that kind of stuff, or you're driving. But a majority of your money is made when you drive, and the reason is you get paid by the mile, right? So the more miles you drive in that 70-hour time, the more money you make.
I did a lot of things with TransAm. One of the things I used to do is when people didn't have their miles up to where it should be, they'd ask me to call and maybe help see if I can find out where they're losing their miles.
Yeah.
And I would find that most new drivers, because we hire right out of school, so you're completely green coming in.
Nice.
Most new drivers have an excess of 6 to 7 hours of extra on-duty time. You know, if you've got 7 hours of on-duty time, that's erroneous.
Correct.
That's at 60 miles an hour, you can average that out there. That's 420 miles you didn't get paid for that week.
Wow.
Okay, so that's the difference between 2,600 miles and 3,000 miles. And it does. Can I continue?
Yeah.
One other way that people lose a lot of money, okay, new drivers, they stop a lot, which is fine. You can stop as much as you want. You're the boss of you. But coming off a highway, I get to the stop sign at the end of the highway. Truck stops right over there. I got to go to the bathroom. So it takes me 10 minutes to get from this stop sign to back into a truck stop, back in a hole, shut my truck off. 10 minutes coming out. Doesn't sound like a lot. That's 20 minutes it took me from this stop sign to across the street, basically, to get back on the highway. If I do that 3 or 4 or 5 times a day,
that's an hour.
That's an hour. 7 days a week.
7 hours.
That's 7 hours. You didn't get paid for.
And
little
7 hours,
things.
60 miles an hour.
420 miles. Another 420 miles, 2,600 miles, or 3,000 miles. That's key.
Those are the little secrets that people don't really understand.
These are what I call tools of the trade coming out of truck driving school that they need to do and need to understand before they can be proficient at their new profession.
Because one thing just to drive, right? But if
Yeah.
you want to maximize how much money you make, you have to know tools and secrets like this.
That's true, and that's why a lot of new drivers jump companies quick.
Because they're never taught these skills.
TransAm teaches you how to manage your time.
So they want to pay their guys more.
Well, they're a successful company that depends on your success for their success as a driver.
Understood.
And so if you're not successful, they're not successful.
Very nice.
So
they train you how to maximize your income.
Yeah.
So that means that you're doing your job
Correct.
as good as possible. You're a happy employee, and then the company becomes happy.
Amen.
Nice, very cool. Now let's talk about the equipment. Some of these companies out there that have questionable equipment.
Yeah.
Tell me about yours.
TransAm's equipment is top notch. Okay, TransAm, they know trucking is a noble profession, and they know that truck drivers are noble people. Okay, so they set their equipment up to give you a little bit of the quality of life that you deserve as a person.
Nice.
Okay, so all our trucks are automatics. We're an all Kenworth fleet. Kenworth is a great truck. I think the average age is anywhere from 10
0
minutes old to 4 years old. Okay,
Nice.
so it's somewhere in that gap. All our trucks are automatics. When I went there, I never drove an automatic. It took me 10 minutes to fall in love with it. I'll
Nice.
never drive a stick in a truck again. It's great. I'm old, so I don't need to clutch all the time.
All that extra work.
So anyway, automatics, built-in satellite radio. Got to initialize it on your own dime. That's okay. Being an over-the-road trucker, you're never in the same place twice. You can't preset stations. You're in and out of stations every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So satellite radio is a good gig. You got a drawer for a CB. CB is still good. Some shippers, receivers still use them. They're good when you're in traffic, snow, that type stuff. So it's your preference. Built-in refrigerators. Built-in refrigerator is going to save you a lot of money. Okay, if you're eating in truck stops 2-3 meals a day, $10-20 a day, 30 days a month, it's a lot of money. Fridge is going to save you at least a third of your food cost.
And most companies don't provide fridges.
No.
They just give you a normal truck.
Yeah.
A normal truck.
Right. I'm a diabetic, so I need food when I need food, and I need to eat a little healthier than I usually want to,
Yes.
so I can eat a little healthier with my food. My wife used to cook. She still cooks.
Nice.
She used to freeze everything she cooked.
Boom.
And when I went back on the road, 3 shopping bags full of her food, stuffed it in the fridge, I'd eat for a month. Life is good.
That's a beautiful
So
thing.
that's a good thing. Because you got a fridge, you need something to keep your batteries charged because it runs on batteries. So we got APUs in all our trucks, auxiliary power units. Keeps your batteries charged, it keeps your engine oil circulating so you don't have cold starts in the winter. Keeps your fuel filters warm because you got a warm engine so you don't have gelling problems. Keeps all your climate control in your bunk area, heat, air conditioning, whatever the case may be.
That's another thing that most people don't understand. It could be something small like an APU. A lot of companies don't provide that, and drivers actually have to come out of pocket and pay for that if they want to add that to the trucks. And pretty much it's a piece of equipment on the truck. When you shut the engine off, you can still run things like your AC in the summertime, your heat in the wintertime, your fridge in this case, your TVs and that kind of stuff, and you can live pretty comfortably because at the end of the day you can't drive 24 hours, right?
Right.
There is some time to relax.
You got to take a 10-hour break every day.
Right.
And that it also the APU, you don't have to idle your engine all night, so that's a good thing. Double bunks, you can take passengers 10 years old or older. The extra rider insurance, you got to pay for that. It's $19 a month, renewed monthly.
Okay.
Not bad. We don't pull any levers in our trucks, which is a good thing. Like I said, they give you a little bit of a quality of life. They want you to drive. They don't want you getting hurt for any reason. Because if you're hurt, you can't move that truck, nobody's happy. They're not happy. You're not making money. They're not making money. So, they're in the business to stay in business and make money. And for that to happen, you need to be successful. So when you want to slide your tandems, we have air-assisted tandem slides. Press the button. You don't pull a lever.
Nice.
And slide your tandems. In-cab fifth-wheel release. Just press the button. It'll unhook your truck from your trailer. Just pull away. Make sure you dolly down. Make sure you pull your glad hands.
Yes.
Okay, so you still got to do that. That's not automatic. So TransAm's a company that gives you a little bit of the creature comforts.
So it wants to give you all the skills you need, just try to put you in an environment that makes it as easy as possible for you to be successful.
Right.
And one of the things that is different is you can actually become your own boss right out of school, correct?
You could. Yeah, they have a leasing program but I would suggest learn how to drive first for a while before you start jumping into a lease. A lot of things come with a lease. You now have a lot of responsibility. You're the boss. You have your own business, and but they do give you that opportunity.
Nice. So for those people who don't understand, is you can, if you choose to, you can lease a truck directly from a company like TransAm, and they'll be responsible for finding you the work.
Correct.
And that's one of the hardest things to do when you are an owner operator, and they constantly have work coming in. But it is more responsibility. So you're gonna have to pay for different expenses like fuel and maintenance and your lease payment and stuff like that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you are a good driver, if you're doing your miles that you're supposed to, you can actually make a good amount more money as long as you have what it takes to be the responsibility. And you can do this right out of school. You can do this a year out of school.
Correct.
Whenever you want.
I leased a truck for 10 years. I had 5 different trucks, 3 different models, and I leased right out of school. I jumped into a lease. They were growing pains, but not too bad.
But you learn.
Yeah.
And the company's there to kind of help you out.
Correct. Correct.
So after 10 years of doing it, you started off around 40,000.
Yeah.
What would you say that you finished off at?
I finished off, I'd say, I grossed about $200,000 my last year.
Very nice.
But it's hard work.
Yes.
Okay. I paid taxes on a lot, and
Uncle Sam always wants a cut.
And I did much better, I think, than a company driver. I don't want to attach a number because
there's different ways to play it around. Makes sense.
I paid taxes on about a little over $65,000 after deductions, that type of stuff.
Makes sense. Very cool.
So, and I don't want to give everything away, but you got to work hard.
Yes. Fair enough.
It's not playtime when you drive.
Yes.
It's work time.
It's very serious time.
A lot of distractions out there.
Now, so it seems like a pretty cool company. It's something that second chance, very friendly. You can do it right out of school, no experience. Do you hire people with experience?
Yes, we do both.
Perfect.
And you can negotiate your pay. I would say call, negotiate, and see what.
Because if you have experience, you're not going to get paid at the normal.
Experience brings knowledge and money.
Perfect, nice. They definitely have a top-notch training program, only 1 week long, which is definitely a plus compared to a lot of other bigger companies out there. What they transport, they always have work available. You're never going to be sitting down. You can work as much as you want to work, which is great. A lot of these big companies, they actually have drivers who just sit around because they're waiting for the next load to get delivered. And that's, again, if you're not driving the truck, the wheels aren't turning and you ain't getting paid, right? So we want to make sure that you understand that. No touch freight, that's a big takeaway as well. You just have to focus on driving. You don't have to focus on unloading to different locations or different stores, curbside. And how about the environment, the culture? How is all that?
Say that again?
How about your environment and your culture in your company? How would you describe that?
Oh, I would say it's great. I'd say, like I said, I stayed there seven years, and I dealt with, 10 years. 70% of the people were still the same people there when I left.
Wow.
The main terminal is in Kansas City. They have 2 other terminals in Dallas and Tampa Bay. They're a smaller company. They know you by face, okay, because there's not thousands and thousands of drivers. There's still a company that cares about you, and
Nice.
you can have a personal relationship with the people you deal with because it is a smaller company.
So it's like a bigger extended family.
Yeah.
Very nice. You're not a number, you're a person.
I started recruiting about a year ago, and I missed the people that I used to see a lot.
Very nice.
They were friends, so it was kind of nice.
Very cool. So again, if you are interested in applying, make sure you click on the link below. Or if you can give them that number again, what would be that number?
913-324-7110.
Perfect. So I hope that you learned a whole lot of information about this opportunity at TransAm. Again, my name is Jonathan. I'm the founder of Driving Academy. We're located in New Jersey, and we help people every single day, just like you, get themselves a CDL license. So if you are interested in getting yourself a CDL license, we're definitely here to help you out. You can give us a call at 908-525-3609 or visit our website below, fill out the form, and we'll be able to help you out. and get you that CDL that you're after. One of our team members will definitely be giving you a call shortly. How we finish off this video is going to be, we're going to look into the camera, we're going to say Driving Academy will get you on your road to freedom.
Driving Academy will get you on your road to freedom.
Yep.
Okay,
so we're going to, yep. So
okay.
1, 2, 3.
Driving Academy will get you on your road to freedom.
Thanks guys, and I hope to see you on the next one.